bleed.
For the
host
Live feed.
video thing? Or for the live?
Good evening, everybody. Zotek here. My man, Skittles.
What's up?
What's going on, guys? And we have OG in the house. He's coming on in just a few seconds here. Welcome, WeBleedFPV, Newbie Drone Whoop Series. And here we are here to talk about the end of the leaderboard smash and talk about possible placements of the draft, speculation. But I know on our Discord channel, Skittles over here made a if Skittles was every captain selection, so which looked pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where some of these pilots landed. Where did that mean? Oh, there it is. If we just scroll up, if you go on our Discord channel, you'll see what our man FPV Skittles over here created. Can't miss it. OG, what's your thoughts, man? I know you're jumping on soon.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just looking at his if Skittles was every captain little diagram here.
Yeah, so that's how I would. That's like my power ranks, and then I also if you scroll up a little, I have like my prediction of how I think the captains might draft based on like who they've taken before and stuff like that.
That's some serious teams right there, man.
Yeah, I tried not to like care about who ended up on whose team when I was making them, but I know Rab likes to pick, people he's familiar with. So
Definitely, you definitely want to pick guys that that have that certain skill set and what they bring each week. So it's definitely well rounded, though.
yeah,
I don't know if we could grab that and throw it up on the board, but I don't know if that's possible. There we go. If Skittles was every captain, but captains are just still in the right slot. So we got Leviathan, Orange Stuff, Rab, FPV, G-Man, AK, Schmeeland, and D-Toms. So that rounds about the captains. So
yeah, and
all chalk draft, is that exact positions or?
yeah, all chalk draft is just like Leviathan has the first pick, and it goes, down tier 1 and then back up tier 2. So Bri 5 in this layout here is the first pick of tier 2, and Easy's the last, and then it snakes back down from the top to tier 3, down from the top, and then tier 4 up from the bottom. If Greg can grab that other one, I don't know if that's too hard for him, but that one has like the little numbers in each slot, so you can see which picks each captain has. But yeah, I think there's definitely a few people like Vanadium and Johnny Fly that are gonna go higher than they finished.
No
There you
doubt.
go.
Oh yeah, there's the big shot.
Going early, chance of gaining ground going early.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without a doubt, I put without a doubt gaining ground 100%, grower 100%, moving up in both slots, man.
Yep. I think the same with Rush FPV.
Yeah.
And I don't know a couple of them, but I was looking on the multi-GP like global qualifier, and a couple of these guys are like really fast 5-inch pilots too. So obviously,
we got a couple new guys here, so a couple guys that right off the bat that are definitely super fast in my eyes, and some of these seasoned whoop pilots here that are within this event probably don't know who they are. So you got guys like Pro Dangles and Brightfi, and even where's my man Swifty. So some of these guys, these new pilots that popped up, are extremely fast, but I do see guys like Gaining Ground, Rush, Vanadium, Bella Chow. These guys are going they're going right in. If they're available and in that first slots, those guys are getting picked. So, and that would be going into, that'd be pushing some of those Pro Dangles, Brightfi, Belichick, definitely. I think he solidified himself, and he will be in that first category group of guys. So from very fast. So it's going to be, the first 2 rounds are going to be just pure top.
I don't think you can really go wrong in the first 2 rounds with your when you look at all the little teams I made up, all of them were just like stacked. The first 2, like, oh, that's solid. Like, oh, that's really solid too. So
it's really going to come down.
There's so many fast pilots this season. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I honestly don't care whose team I'm on. I'm
you
just
can look at it. Like Grasslands and Radioactive, they were solid tier 4 pilots last season, and then they're on the alternate list this season, and we have an extra tier. So there's obviously a whole bunch more like fast pilots in here. Definitely. It's not like they didn't try. Like even Dr. Ride, he was like towards the top of tier 4 last time, right? And he was trying the whole time, and he just barely made it in at the very last slot.
And do we know if Dr. Rye's in, or is he out?
I'm pretty sure he said he's playing. He was grinding that whole last day, trying to make sure he stayed in. He picked up like a few positions right at the end.
Yeah, I know. He kind of mentioned that there might be a conflict with Sunday. So
Sundays though? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But 8 o'clock at night, I think he might be good, but I'm not sure. It was the early slot or the night slot. We'll figure it out. But either way, that definitely, we're not saying every single pilot that's on this board here in front of us is going to be making it in, and you just never know. There's a few pilots already bounced out, and which allowed other pilots to move up. So.
Yeah, the whole Hungary crew couldn't play because it's like 2 a.m. for them. So they were there's like 3 or 4 Hungary pilots, I think, in the top 42. That couldn't play. So, but yeah, we got solid alternates too. If there's a couple people that don't end up buying in, so.
Yes, and to if the pilots are listening out there that have not purchased their esports e-ticket for this event, you could go to WeBleedFPV.com. Once you load up the website, it's right there, the very first top part of the website, and it's $10, and that just pretty much solidifies your position on the draft board. If not, then the next pilot down in the alternate slots will move up and take that 42nd position. So if that all pilots move up in that regards. But very excited, man. Just want to give a quick shout out now at this moment. Let's talk about some of our sponsors here. Let me just pull up my master list here. We just landed a couple new ones just recently, and we're just going to talk about these sponsors. So first thing right off the bat, we have Full Send FPV. Right now, Full Send's gearing up and getting ready for Whoop Wars Denver. So that's going to be Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be amazing. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate that. But yeah, Full Send, they're shooting for the ultimate, the biggest whoop racing event. I think 90 pilots. And it's going to be amazing. Hopefully we sell out that, and that's going to be an awesome time to interact with the all these pilots out there. And the next one on my list, of course, is Newbie Drone. WeBleedFPV.com, NewbieDrone.com. I am an exclusive dealer for them, and we try to stock as much Newbie Drone products and other products on our website. So, but Newbie Drone was the first company to give us a dealership, right? So very grateful for them. Newbie Drone makes some serious tiny whoops out there, whoop racing units, maybe for freestyle or racing or just casual play. Definitely check out newbiedrone.com. And Dan, why don't you talk about your Rail Pro?
Rail Pro is my employer, and like I'm a family business. It's architectural aluminum, so basically we make like aluminum railings and balconies and other types of architectural aluminum. So if you're in the Northwest area and you need some architectural aluminum, hit us up.
Nice. There you go, man. Thank you. We appreciate the support, buddy. It all adds to it. And I do have a close local guy myself here, Bill's House of Drones. He's just 20 minutes away from my residency, and Bill's an expert builder. He's a really amazing freestyle pilot. That's kind of where he started out. Bill has a really cool site, so definitely check out Bill's House of Drones. If you need a custom-made quad designed by Bill, definitely hit him up, and you won't be disappointed. He's real crisp and clean in his artwork, and it's definitely artwork. And we're moving down our list here. We got Tiny Whoop, Mr. Jesse Perkins, who just had an amazing live broadcasting event yesterday. I think 16 hours for Multi-GP's Mayhem event. So Tiny Whoop, Jesse Perkins, huge asset to the FPV community, Tiny Whoop community, Mr. Tiny Whoop himself, the Godfather. So Jesse, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the support. Definitely hit up Tiny Whoop. You guys already know who he is, but he has an amazing website, store, tons of good stuff. If you like to build your Tiny Whoops, Jesse's definitely the person to go visit, tinywhoop.com. So big shout out to Velocidrone. Velocidrone has supported us and contributed to the prize purse. And that prize purse is at a whopping $3,200 and change. So, which is pretty amazing.
So
I have the official
does that make
number.
this officially the largest sim race now?
Technically, I mean, there is one. Yes, yeah, I would say largest sim race for
like
for
at least as far as the cash, as far as a cash payout. Because I mean, I know like VRL has crazy, prizes and stuff too, and like their teams get stuff from sponsors and everything, but cash payout, the straight cash payouts, there's nothing that's been anywhere close to this, I don't think.
Yeah, no, this is the biggest prize purse recorded to date, and we're at $3,262, and we actually had a really busy weekend. Yeah, we had 15 packages to box, 15 orders to box in 2 days, which was pretty, it kept me going, especially with being a remote judge for Multi-GP's Mayhem event. And, I was excited when we had cautions. I was like, yes, a caution. 5 minutes, I could knock out.
Yeah,
I can knock out a few boxes. So
get those cautions, jump up and grab a drink, use the bathroom.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Yeah, I definitely had a few drinks, had a couple teas, and an extra large Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So I was really stoked about that. Definitely, and so just working down our big sponsors list, because we do have 11 sponsors, and it's pretty amazing. All these guys that came out here to support us, and it's a really unique company. I really like. I just like going to the website. And just scrolling through all the awesomeness is FPVExchange.com. Hey!
Look at our house.
So yeah, no, FPVExchange.com. It's a really cool website. That was Mrs. Fagano right there. Liz. Ribbit. Yeah, no, so if you have not checked out FPVExchange.com, it's a really cool website. I actually enjoy going there and just scrolling through and looking at all the products that the community. So if you have something that you want to throw up on that site, definitely hit up them. They have a really cool functional website, works well, and I think they have a great system in place to get the product point A to point B, and it's definitely something to check out. And our next one on our list here is Drone Nation. And Dan, have you recently checked out their app, right? Recently?
Yeah, their app's really cool. It has a lot of really interesting features and cool, useful things. Like if they can get a lot of people to sign up and use it, I think it'll be really, really useful.
Oh yeah, they have the community is huge. The community is definitely huge. So, and I'm just pulling up my app right now, and
they have the nice map that has places you can fly, and then it also has videos that people took at certain spots. There's all different layers you can sort it by, and then my favorite part is the challenges thing, because it's kind of like an iGout type deal.
Yes.
Where any pilot can post a challenge. Let's see, right now it's got gap after gap, nail as many small gaps as you can continually lie, which is like an iGao challenge that we call the Odysseus's arrow. We had Carp do like 77 bike rack things in a row. Anyway, so that ends April 11th, so anyone can submit their like version of the challenge, and then I'm not sure how it chooses a winner. Maybe the person who made it up chooses a winner or something, but I thought that was just like a cool thing they have introduced.
Yeah, a nice another feature that they have, so which is really important right now, is the FlySight app side of this program, where if you're looking for your local AMA field, you could just turn on their app and check out the map and then see from proximity wise how far you are, and it actually shows you who's registered, where you could go and fly. So that's a really cool feature. And of course you can set up actual events. So if you have if WeBleed wants to set up a live whoop racing event, to just go on the app and just kind of post the information there. So yeah, Drone Nation, really cool app, community app, really functional, has a lot of really built-in cool features. So check them out at
really
they have the app for Android and on iPhones.
Mm-hmm. It's also really good for finding local pilots to help you do whatever, help you learn to fly, just people to fly with, people that will teach you to build whatever you want. It has
that you can
all these
sign up to be a coach.
Yeah, you can just basically say like if you're willing to help other people, and then it'll connect people that are looking for people that need help. So
very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. So, and we have another great destination location facility here. Another sponsor is Drone Zone, New Jersey. So Drone Zone, New Jersey is a special place over here on the East Coast. I believe the very first indoor-outdoor drone facility. So if you guys are into racing, or if you need assistance with rebuilding a quad, I know that they're an authorized DJI dealer and repair shop. So you can check out Drone Zone, New Jersey. And they have the best indoor racing facility here on the East Coast. So they do a really good job over there at Drone Zone, New Jersey. And our final, which is kind of fun, Beta FPV, which was our final sponsor of the WeBleed esports series. And they were hard to land. I got to tell you, man, not for nothing, but those guys and gals over at Beta FPV, boy, they had 101 questions for us. We answered them all. And then they were more than kind to assist with the biggest esports whoop racing sim event here. So super happy for Beta FPV, and thank you so much for joining up and being a part of our sponsors. We have an amazing sponsors list. I mean, just going through that list is pretty outstanding. And you can check us out on Facebook, on the WeBleedFPV Facebook page, or on our Discord channel. We do highlight all the sponsors on our Discord channel under WeBleed-sponsors, and we have all the sponsors listed there and their direct links to their main web pages, to their organization. So now, super grateful to all the sponsors, and this community is amazing, and we just want to put on an excellent event for everybody. So prize purse is growing, so we already received a couple more orders tonight. So that means they'll be ready to be boxed, and tomorrow we should see a bump in the pilot prize purse once again. So small bumps. And the way we've done it here at WeBleedFPV.com is from now until the end of the season. Looks like it's probably going to be towards mid-June now, I think, towards the end of June, because we're going to have a bump. Possibly 1 or 2 weekends, but it's okay, which is fine with me. Can keep this going as long as we can. But any sales that are generated on the WeBleedFPV.com website, 5% of total sales generated gets kicked back right into the prize purse, and of course that's going to get split up at the end of the season to the winning teams. And let's go back and talk about those teams once again.
Who do you guys think is going to be the first pick? I think it's pretty interesting that there's not even you can't really say for sure who's going to be picked first.
Vanadium.
You think Vanadium? I mean, I think Yeah, I think that for me it would be between Vanadium and OG. Just because they are both previous captains. Both know they're super fast.
Both previous captains. You know, Vanadium's I don't know.
Super consistent.
Super.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vanadium. So when I'm on and flying good, I have some of the tightest battles I've ever had with Vanadium. But
nice.
I fall off a lot more than he does, consistency-wise.
Yeah, I think OG, you're definitely, no disrespect, you're definitely a solid 2-pick on that, man, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, no disrespect at all.
No, that's gonna be. I mean, it's just gonna. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh my God," you know. So now you got your first 1 and 2 picks are taken off the board right there. So which leaves some serious fast pilots. Has Daylight upgraded his computer yet?
No, he's still using an older computer, so
take that in consideration. No. Man, if that boy got an upgrade or if he got a WeBleed sponsorship, man, upgrade that computer. Super fast, very consistent pilot.
I think that's also a problem for Dr. Ride. He's running like on an older Mac.
Is he really?
Yeah, so he's like, I can't get any faster. I've been flying all night. I was like, do the AK like upgrade thing. He's like, oh, I'm running the Mac. I was like, oh.
Yes, there's 2 things that I found. Actually, I changed some settings in my little jumper here. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I changed the weight settings, but we won't go into that because I think it's a hot topic, and I noticed there is a big difference in speed. So, but maybe if you slip me a couple bucks, I'll tell you my secret. But WeBleedFPV.com. We bleed if you want that special hack. But going to pick number 3, I'm definitely going to say Daylight.
Daylight over Potato?
Potatoes...
I think Potato has just as much chance of being first pick as Vanadium where I do.
Well, that's where I lack. I mean, I don't know Potato, and I've never raced with him before. So, yes, he finished in the 8th slot of the series. So... but when it comes down to race day, I mean, we do have, the 3 of us have 3 seasons in or 2 seasons in.
Yeah.
So some of these guys, I definitely know who I could actually go up against, and I'm right up, and I have a couple wins and notches, so I'm pretty stoked about that. But some of these guys are unproven and that I have never raced against, so I'm going to take the community's input and see where we go. But Potato could be number 4, but then, you don't want to miss out like Bella Ciao.
See, that's what's so crazy though, is there's so many people that could round out this tier 1 that's not even funny. Because how I'm looking at the Skittles prediction one right now. So it's Potato, Daylight, me, Vanadium, Johnny Fly, Pro Dangles, and Bright 5. But then in tier 2, Rush could bump up to tier 1. Grower could bump up to tier 1, Gaining Ground could bump up to tier 1, Bella could bump up to tier 1, and Jay could bump up to tier 1. Tier 3, Jose, once he gets a little bit of time with a whoop, he could probably bump up to at least tier 1, because I know he's fast as hell with 5.
Race Pro FPV is also like a DRL, like one of the faster pilots on DRL, and he just started flying whoops. So, both those guys, I think, might be like tier 2 material by the end of the year, maybe even higher.
You got Mr. Consistency over there. It's Blunty. I mean, he's right in the middle of that whole mess of things where it just shows how the talent pool just went from here.
Yeah, Blunty. What was Blunty last season? 1 or 2?
He was my tier 1 last season.
Tier 1. Okay.
But the only problem is he has so much stuff going on,
other
like
stuff,
Hardwell and all that he just can't like put the, because I know towards the end of season 1, he was like jumping in multiplayer lobbies with me like almost every night, and he was getting fast, like super fast. That's why like when I got an opportunity to pick him for season 2, I jumped all over it. And then he had the stuff with Bardwell happen, which was freaking awesome. And
it's a great show, by the way.
Yeah.
Definitely give a shout out to Bardwell and Blunty. Really good show. If you haven't checked them out, Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Josh Bardwell, It's Blunty, Patrick Campbell. Great show, very informative, fun to watch. Hang out with the guys for a little bit. So 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when you could check out that particular show. So mad props to those two dudes.
Yeah.
But
I don't envy the captain's job because like it's tough to know when you want to just take the person who proved like that they got these times versus the person who you think like, oh, I think if they really put in enough time they'll be the fastest or whatever.
Yep.
So if I was a captain, I'd be like hitting people up, like, how serious are you gonna take this?
No, there is. I have not received one phone call and inquiry from you guys. What's up with that? What's up? No, I know. It's just looking at the teams, like, who, man? Just those top captains. My mind's like. And take bits and pieces of those guys, and what makes you have acro. Now, do you mix in some acro and angle, or do you
that's what I was thinking.
All out? Do somebody picks all acro team?
People?
I
thought maybe Levi might like do something like that because I know he thinks acro's faster, but maybe he goes like potato, and then he could go
grower,
another acro guy.
It'll
also be interesting to see how people like Levi and D-Toms have the positions where they get to pick two in a row. So they'll like have to choose who they want and what tier. I think that'll be interesting.
And because right now it looks like you have how many pilots do we have? We have 1, 2.
There's
13 pilots out of 42. 13 pilots are strictly acro flyers. So yeah, you could definitely build a whole acro team. Maybe if you I don't know if that would be the greatest thing in the series because there are definitely some tracks that are going to be angle favorites, but as you already saw on the 3 WeBleed tryout tracks that there was a huge gap, and it was very tight though, man, between angle and acro on especially track 1.
AK did say bigger gates, faster tracks in general, which I think is a little bit more acro friendly.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to stay leaned into it a little bit better.
Yeah. But you never know. I think some more track 2
but
tracks
if he
will
has,
sneak in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he has like ladders, and because ladders are like the one thing that angle 100% excels over acro with.
Yeah, like window panes, I think too. Any of those tight turny like.
Yep. Where you don't need to be pitched down a whole bunch. You're not doing a bunch of elevation changes or anything. You're just
So I think it could go. Most of the pilots like in the 2, 3, 4 range, I think could go like anywhere really. Just depends on what the captains want and what they think the pilot's potential is. Like I don't know a lot of the guys.
Yeah, they got so much more.
Fresh Spread, P, Melania. I've never heard of any of those guys. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure between Tiny Whoop Go pilots that have kind of jumped over. Jesus.
Yeah.
What's his name?
He was really fast in Tiny Whoop Go, wasn't he? One of the top people, I think.
Bri-Fi.
Bri-Fi was
right.
But
is Bri-Fi from Tiny Whoop Go?
Yes.
Yeah, he flew with us in the series.
Yes, that he did. Very fast pilot, so that's why he's up there. But just looking at the all chalk draft and just looking at Team 5's lineup, just how it landed, that is a very fast team. Just by looking at those pilots and knowing who they are, and then of course you get that special
Team 4 too, because you got Vanadium in too.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I don't know. Team 3 would be pretty Rad, Rush, Jose, Spezzy, and Carpenter.
Oh, you mean my prediction? He was talking about the chalk draft.
Oh, the chalk. I'm sorry.
Team 3, I could actually, I could beat 3 of those pilots heads up all day long. So I'm not.
Yeah, there. See, that's the thing. There's not...
P Melania is. Yeah. He's like the only one I've never talked to at all.
No, I was just looking down the list of names.
He's like 100th on the global qualifier though. So.
Yeah, I definitely know. I think. I don't know whether I just have seen a bunch of posts from him on Facebook, or I know I've been in random lobbies with him before.
He's from Portugal.
Yes, so. I was just going to talk about that real quick. Is we have quite a bit of pilots from out of the area. Of course, Smeland is from Norway.
Yeah.
And you have Race Pro is from Canada, and Speezy Lover is from Germany, and then P Malaya, Portugal. And EDOC up in Canada, and of course we have Leafar from Colombia. So,
oh wow!
So, which is we're all over the place, man. We got South America, North America. I mean, we're up in Europe. I mean, good job, guys. And spreading it around the world and making this a global event. So that's pretty impressive.
We normally have Asia.
We normally have Indonesia.
We had Asia, so. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that that Kenny's not joining us.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it.
Kenny and Agilis too. Oh man.
Yeah, that would be insane. Yeah, because imagine okay, no offense to Pro Dangles or Bright 5 or Bella or any of them, but a tier 1 that would be me, Potato, Daylight, Vanadium, Johnny Fly, and D-Tomps.
Yeah.
And Agilis would be.
Oh my god!
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Insane.
Like
well,
a captain's tier. That's basically a captain's tier.
Yeah, it's like Captain's Light. Diet Captain.
2 rounds of captains.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's like I said when we first started getting towards the end of the tryouts, I was still kind of like salty about man, I don't think I can make captains. Then I started looking at who the other tier 1 pilots were, and I'm like, okay. This is gonna be fun.
We just had 2 pilots pay for their tickets right now.
So nice.
So we're gonna mark off It's Blunty, Patrick Campbell, and Scout FPV. Thank you guys.
So you said I'm covered because of the iGal Patreon thing.
Yeah, I paid for you already.
Nice, my man. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Yeah, if you iGal Patreon, get a $10 buy-in for free.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Who was the other one? You said Blunty and
Scout. Scout FPV, Mason Phillips.
Oh yeah, you greened it.
Yep. Yeah. Just greened them there too. So.
All right.
Looks like Dr. Wright is. He's just texting me right now as we're on the live stream, and he is officially in.
Nice.
So let's see, who were the people that I had as maybes or not sures were the P Melania, Grower, and Johnny Fly. Everyone else I talked to said they were playing. So.
Oh, Grower and Johnny are both not committed yet?
I have never talked to them personally. I talked to Johnny years ago, but AK just said maybe on both of them. So, and they're not in the. I don't think they're in the Discord, or at least I tried to tag them.
Okay.
And it didn't come up, so they're the only 2 or 3 that I'm not sure should be playing unless something changed. So.
Word.
Leviticus obviously hoping one of them doesn't show up.
Yeah.
He was trying hard to get in all the last day. He kept getting within a point or tied with Dr. Wright, and then Dr. Wright would pull ahead of him.
No joke though. Tier 5 is not something to be messing around with though.
None of these tiers are.
No,
none of these tiers. None of these tiers.
You thought you were gonna get a break.
Yeah, nobody's gonna have an easy ride through any of this.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Not even even Levi. He's got even him as fast as his times were. Look at his competition.
I mean, if you were drafting, like we're gonna do, where would you take the captains? Which captain would you pick first?
Which captain would I pick first? Rav.
Yeah.
Rav all day.
Rav all day.
Levi and Orange Stuff.
Would you take Levi 2 or 3? I don't know. Like, I think I might take AK too.
Yeah, I would take AK.
Yeah, I would take.
I don't know about Orange Stuff though. Maybe Orange Stuff or AK too.
On a continuous basis though, so I would go with AK though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rav. I'm gonna go with Rav and an AK because,
Rav. Honestly, Rav hasn't been flying that much, so they're. I give a little notch to AK in that regards, but
that's true. But like just what I've seen from Rav in the past.
Here, so. But
from season 1, when Rav was just a machine, remember?
Oh my God, it was great to be on that team.
It was so good. We were just like guaranteed 70 every single fly.
Both of us.
We're like, well, we know Rav is putting down a 70.
We had the greatest team. We had Rab.
Yeah,
Skittle, Daylight, Rush, and myself. And
that was a sweet team.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Too bad Rush couldn't show up as much if he was there the whole season. I think
I'm trying to think. So, my team. It was me, Jay, Peep, Jeff. My name is Jeff. Was on my team. Yeah, Peep. I don't even think
Peep hasn't been around. Yeah.
No, he stopped flying. My name is Jeff and Slappy. Which I don't know what Slappy's doing.
Yeah, where's Slappy?
Slappy's. He's trying to get in. Him and Tasty mentioned that they want to dust off there. I know Tasty's not on here.
Yeah,
he would have been.
Tasty was like the.
Bro, he was getting so. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Yep. Yeah, he really was because Slappy was on my team, so I would host lobbies every night for my team, and then Tasty would wind up joining because him and Slappy were boys. And so Tasty would just, he was fast enough that he could keep me somewhat in his sight. So he just started pushing to try to catch me. And by the end of the season, he could catch me pretty much. So
yes, those boys
he got ridiculously fast.
And computer technology, computer stuff. COVID came around and kind of put a kibosh on those boys. But we hope to see them next. We hope to see them soon because. Starting up next week down in I-Town, FPV, Ithaca, New York, my boys Swifty, Rubberneck, and the I-Town crew is hosting their first 3-inch season opener. So, yeah, get to break out my tiny trainer and dust off.
When is that? Next week?
Yeah, next week, Saturday in the morning.
We should have a season award for the person that improves the most, called like the Tasty or the Bella Award.
The Tasty Bella.
Tasty Bella.
Yeah.
The most improved pilot.
The candidates this season. One of these tier 5 pilots, maybe. No one knows who Racer X is besides AK.
Oh, is that's the unknown one?
He said the person didn't want to say who it was.
Yeah.
Who were you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Racer X 2020.
I know it.
Oh, okay.
I'm being silly.
Scout
but
FPV, I don't know very much about him.
Who?
Scout. He's an acro pilot.
Oh yeah, I don't. Is he?
Zach Machina.
Yeah. I don't know.
Trackers. Or at least they flew acro on track 1. I just looked at the replays.
I feel like E-Doc's gonna improve a lot because I've seen he's been very active. And, he was in last week after the stream. He was in Discord for a while after everybody else bounced. And I don't know. I feel like he seems like the type of dude that's gonna put in the time.
Yep, he's definitely been trying the whole tryouts. So
yeah, Freshbred seems very active. I haven't seen him fly.
He's fast.
I don't know, but
he's fast.
He angle or is he? He's an angle, yeah.
He's angle, definitely. I'm pretty sure Freshbred's another Tiny Whoop Go.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yes, so. I didn't do any of the Tiny Whoop Go, so I don't know any of the.
Yep. Yeah, there's quite a bit on this roster on this board here in front of us, which is great, man. So we're all looking forward to it. It's going to be really, really challenging. Hope you guys, protect those thumbs. Well, I'm a thumber, so.
Tomato's pretty low.
Yeah, Tomato is low, and I mean, I would see Carpenter moving up. definitely a solid tier 4 pilot. So, you know, without a doubt. Same thing with Dr. Ride. So
yeah,
he's kind of creeping in that.
I think if Dr. Ride got a new computer like Swifty did, he would move way up.
Yes, yeah, Swifty definitely got a new alien computer. So dude's just crushing it right now.
Yeah.
And especially with that, you know, put the priority status on the Velocidrone through Windows. It does increase your, it does increase the rate done. So Dr. Wright is in. Let's chalk him off the list. And we'll just give him a highlight right there. So Dr. Wright just confirmed he is in.
And congrats to Dr. Ride, by the way, on the newest WeBleed pilot, man. It's awesome.
Yes.
Yep. Oh yeah. And he's also got a baby on the way.
Hell
yes, he got a lot going on.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I'm pumped. It's so funny because you know he was the first. So Dr. Ride was the first one of, like, you know, any of you guys, any of the FPV crew that I've met online that I met in person, because he picked me up from the airport in Arizona. And like my whole friendship with him started by just, he would jump into a lobby that I was in, and I would just say, "What's up, fellow doctor?" And he would say, "What's up, fellow doctor?" And then that would be it. And we just, every time we wound up in the same chat or anything, we just say that, and it just turned into a friendship.
No doubt. Dr. Wright and I, our first series, we were definitely neck and neck battling it out, so which is really cool. And we just continued that type of, you know, compadre battle, you know, ish setting. So we're looking forward to it. I know he's not going to stay in that 5th tier, though. He's definitely a solid 4th.
I think he could get picked out of there, but
he get picked
up. I don't know
definitely.
If all the other captains know. Like, I'm not sure how much they'll just be drafting off the board, or if they'll really
drafting off the board. Yes, you know, you got a mixture between your two different. You know, there's a lot of new fresh names. So which does add that mysterious, you know, that gray area, you want to say, to the draft itself. So, you know, the guys out there that are working it really hard, probably AK. You know, I would say AK, Leviathan, G-Man, you know, T-Tom's too.
So here's
wanted all the stats from last season so that he could go through.
Here's a question though, with some of the pilots, like you got like Levi and G-Man, which they're much more prominent in the 5-inch scene.
Yep.
So I wonder if we might see any kind of like upset picks from them, with them picking some of these lower tiered 5-inch guys, like you know, Jose or Race Pro or something like that for their tier 1.
Yep.
You know, somebody that they know from the 5-inch world that, you know, I don't know. I'm curious if we're going to see any kind of like off the wall picks like that.
Yeah, like the people I know that are up there, like near the top 100 on the global qualifier: Mindhawk, Johnny 5, P Melania, and I think that's it. Daylight's right around there too, but obviously Daylight's way up higher.
You said top 100 on what?
The global qualifier.
What, on Velocidrone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I saw you on there. You're in the top 200.
Yeah, I think
that's pretty good.
130s. I got down to 113 and I got bumped back.
So yeah, I think if you can be up pretty high on that leaderboard, then if you put in the time on the whoops, you'll probably be pretty solid.
No doubt. Yeah, man, that board looks pretty stout. It's going to be very interesting. I can't wait till next week, Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the official date, right, guys?
Yep, we're in this same time, same back channel, Sunday.
Yep, April 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time there. So definitely check it out. It's going to be really an epic event.
All captains, make sure you can come hang out because you got to draft, obviously.
Oh, of course, man. This is going to be a full-on board. Make sure all 42 pilots are present. We'd love to have everybody present for the live draft. It's going to be epic. It's our first get-together, the entire crew of 42. If you can't make it, we totally understand, but we definitely, if you're gonna pay, you play, and we expect you guys to definitely show up if you can. And we understand there's commitments out there, but definitely let your team know and communicate. And you don't want to see your team get a loss because you're missing a couple players. So pilots, very important though. Team effort. There's a lot of big money on the line here, guys. A lot of sponsors that have committed to the esports, the WeBleedFPV esports Velocidrone series. So really stoked and excited about that. And yeah, I mean, we can sit here all night.
Sorry, do we know if we're gonna have a tier 5 alternate? Because you can't sub down, right? So if your tier 5 misses a week, you just take a 0, or are we gonna have like one of the alternates that come in? Because I know before, like Would-Be Dog would come in and like fill a spot and stuff.
I mean, I would imagine it would work just like it would with tier 4, where just whoever the the next couple of people that were after.
Would you everyone have?
Well, technically, we're going to call it tier 6 or the alternate.
Everyone have a sub, like Leviticus would be the sub for whoever missed.
Exactly. Yeah, I would play it that way as a safe way. It's not a true. You don't want to have somebody like gaining ground just walking in and being your tier 5 makeup guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, from a we have the draft board, we have the positions of the pilots that participated, so we could run down that list and then we could reach out, and I can imagine we'll work out something. But tier 5 definitely going to have some sort of coverage there, because we can't have the whole team go out without but they could definitely sit their pilot and take a 0, but you never know, man.
Let's see, did any of the tier 5s said they're gonna miss? Maybe Zach said he'll miss 1 week, but might not be an issue.
Done.
Cool.
Good stuff, guys.
Right.
Good stuff. So, hey, let's just want to do a quick rundown here. So, next week, Sunday, April 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, myself, Zotex, Skittles, AK, OG Dr. Love, GWG from Perspective Image, and potentially we might have a special guest possibly through the season. We're not sure yet, but we'll see. And I know we have My Name is Jeff out there too. My name is Jeff. So we're going to make up the announcers, racers, pilots participating, your hosts who are out here to have a good time. But next week, April 18th, Sunday p.m., 8 p.m., we're going to hold and host our live draft, and you're going to get to see the fireworks, and we're going to set the tone, and those teams will be set after that Sunday evening. So we still do have quite a few players, pilots that have not paid their $10 entry fee. So we greatly appreciate if you could swing on down to WeBleedFPV.com, and your spot is reserved for the event. You made it to the top 42. So, and if you can't make it, then 45th through 48th slots will move up into the 42nd position. So, and there's a lot of people definitely want to participate and play. So make sure you guys get that in before draft day. You have officially 1 week to make that $10 payment. And that money goes directly to the pilot prize pool. And I actually already put the money into the prize pool as we speak. So that's pretty much where it's standing right now. And any type of sales generated through the WeBleed store, 5% get thrown into that prize purse. So you will see that increase from our whopping 3,200. So, which is pretty awesome. And
there's really no limit with how high this could go.
No limit how high, man. It could go, if somebody comes in and buys out all my Hummingbird Pros or all my Radio Masters, or I have a bunch of jumpers. I'm on my second
right now. A lot of places are sold out of AIO Whoop boards right now.
Oh, yes. I have 15 Hummingbird Pros.
Hummingbirds.
Yeah, they're coming in soon. So that, and I have 30 more jumpers, because we actually sold 45 jumpers already. So
nice.
I was like pretty impressed, man. So yeah, these nice transmitters right here, multi-protocol here, really nice.
Feel nice. They definitely feel nice.
Feels good. Yeah, I can't complain. For the price, it's definitely worth it. So I'm looking forward to it. But want to say a special thanks once again to all of our sponsors. We're going to run down that list real quick. We have Full Send FPV. Guys, definitely check out Full Send FPV. They have a big, huge in-person whoop racing event over in Federal Heights, Colorado. Full Send FPV, Whoop Wars Denver. It's going to be epic event. And of course, our boys over at Newbie Drone, newbiedrone.com. They make one of the best racing whoops, freestyle whoops out there on the marketplace right now. And my all-time favorite is the Humminbird Pro. So special thank you to them, and special thanks to Rail Pro, who's a industrial aluminum architectural company that builds specialized railings and other building structures. So thank you, appreciate the sponsorship and commitment to our FPV community. Thank you, Skittles. And of course, we're moving down the list to our buddies over in Fulton, New York. Bill's House of Drones. My man Bill over there makes these amazing custom quads. Check out their website, billshouseofdrones.com. And we're moving down that list and to the godfather of tiny whoops himself, Mr. Jesse Perkins, my man. Super awesome, down-to-earth guy. Love him. Very passionate. The dude is all about the FPV community, and not for nothing, he's always chirping in my ear and helping me out. So thank you, Jesse. You're an asset to the community. You're an asset in general. I think you're an amazing dude. So keep up the great work at tinywhoop.com. And we're just going to move on down and talk about Velocidrone. And I think it's between Tiny Whoop Go and Velocidrone. Those are your 1-2 banging punches right there. So both of those companies have made amazing stim racing applications, and just want to say special thank you to Ash for participating and contributing to the pilot prize purse. So thank you, Ash, over at Velocidrone. And I'm going to check out a new website. It's almost like what I would call is like an eBay style for FPV gear, fpvexchange.com. If you haven't visited fpvexchange.com, check them out. They have a tremendous amount of FPV gear, goodies, you name it. If you're looking for that, hard to find 802 motors or something special, whatever it may be, check them out. You never know, they might actually have them up there. FPV Exchange connects the community door to door, so which is really cool. We also have Drone Nation. Drone Nation, we talked about earlier before. It's a great community app supported by iPhones and Androids, and it basically will connect you directly to the community within your own community. So if you want to know who's your local, where your local AMA airfield is, this app will definitely show you and point you in the direction. It has an amazing amount of back-end functionalities where you can set up your own racing event or freestyle get-together. It connects you to the community. So check out dronenation.org is their main website, but you can check out their app is Drone Nation. And of course, we're going to talk about our good buddies down there at Drone Zone, New Jersey. Myself, OG, AK, Ken Harding Jr., Swifty FPV. We all went down to Drone Zone, New Jersey and battled it out. We had to special race and go up against Rab FPV, so that was really fun. Drone Nation hosts, and they're the first in the East Coast that I'm aware of a indoor-outdoor drone facility. So check out DroneZoneNewJersey.com. And check them out on Facebook too. They got a really cool facility, and check out, they like to host big events and they're really good at that stuff. So definitely swing by Drone Zone New Jersey. And of course, the last couple guys that we want to give shout outs to is Beta FPV. We just signed Beta FPV up this weekend, one of the premier whoop racing companies and manufacturers in the world. They are definitely raising the bar and creating all different types of center whoops, freestyle whoops, racing whoops, you name it. BetaFPV.com. They have an amazing collection of gear. Definitely support these guys. And just want to finish off by giving a big shout out to our man behind the scenes, Greg GWG, Perspective Image. He is the backbone of our streaming service, and Perspective Image has always been there from the first couple series, the Newbie Drone series. Does an amazing job out there, and I know Greg's going to be heading on up to Whoop Wars Denver, and he's going to be helping out the team up there. So if you're ever in a need and you want to learn about streaming and you want to incorporate your business or community events, please definitely hit up Greg over at Perspective Image. And of course, give a shout out to our boys over at HydraFPV.com. Hydra actually has a very unique app, and they're coming out with some brand new functionalities to the Hydra, kind of say the betting app aspect of the, you could say, what we do in drone racing. So if you are not familiar with Hydra, there's one thing you will need to do for our series is get yourself a Hydra account and create an account for Hydra, because we are going to be running our races through the Hydra app also. So from a community standpoint, pilot standpoint, you're going to be able to bet on your top pilots, of course, and earn coins, and those coins can be exchanged for prizes. Hopefully down the road there'll be some stuff there, but HydraFPV.com, check out their app on Android or the iPhone applications platforms, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm Zotek, we got Skittles and OG. Just want to say thank you everybody for joining us tonight. If you guys want to say anything or plug there, go ahead.
The one thing a couple people asked me was the tryout tracks are not going to be any of the actual race tracks. So after the draft,
goodness.
after
what,
the draft,
you didn't want to race on track 3? Come on.
You want to do track 1 for another week?
I would rather race on track 3 than track 1.
Yeah. So after the draft, AK will release the first week track, and then everyone will have till the next Sunday to practice it. So if you weren't sure about that, every Sunday after the previous race, the next track will come out, and you have the 1 week to work on it before the live race on Sundays. So.
Yep. I also want to say to since there were so many people that tried out and unfortunately did not make it this season, don't stop flying and practicing with the rest of us throughout the season. Fly all those tracks every week. Every week there's going to be a new track coming out with a new bunch of people jumping on the leaderboard for it. Practice those, fly it, and next season join us.
Oh yeah, there'll definitely be a next season, without a doubt. Practice. When I first grabbed the transmitter, and I was like, wow, this is what it's like. And race day jitters are a real thing, especially in your own home environment. And
oh yeah,
yeah, no doubt. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be very competitive. Yes, there's going to be some serious talent battling each out, but you'll find that rhythm and you'll fit within the race. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. And we're all here. The most important thing is we're just here connecting the community and having a great time. And we just want to say thank you to the community and all of our sponsors. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Live draft, 8 p.m. Sunday next week. Most definite. We bleed.
We bleed.
We bleed.
We bleed, no doubt. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Everyone have a good night, and we will see you soon.
All right, guys.
Adios.
Thank you, Greg.